You'd really, to make it worthwhile, you'd need to attend at least 3 of the 4 days. But if it was only one that you were missing, because like I said, I'm going to be staying here, so I'm sure we can work something else out.
Do it again around the region, somewhere else.
No.
Do you have many people that don't persevere with it, that give up?
Well,
you don't know?
No. Well, if you see the enrolment form, we give people a money back guarantee. And the instance of that happening is less than 1 in 100. And the only time it happens, usually it's because, say, you come along and you go home and tell someone there how great it is and try to get them to do it. But if they don't want to do the exercise, they're not going to get better. And the irony of it is it's often the people who are the most severe who get the best results. Because the more you put into this, the more you get out of it. And if you're faced with using a machine for the rest of your life, having disturbed sleep, taking drugs, going to hospital, you can't play sport, you can't go out, you're going to have a very, very high motivation to do very well with the method. One guy did the course with me a couple of months ago, and at the end he said the reason he did the course, he said he actually was one of the few people who could comply with the CPAP, and he thought it was okay. But he said his grandchildren came to stay with him. They came in the morning and he was wearing this thing and they freaked out. They thought he was a man from Mars or something. And that's when he decided to get off it. After watching hundreds of people breathe deeply prior to death, he first addressed his own breathing, and he was able to correct his breathing and he normalised his blood pressure. And for the last 50 years of his life, he had normal blood pressure after having high blood pressure in his mid to late 20s. That's one of the reasons why we need all this information about your particular symptoms and conditions and medications, because the reason why it works, by the way, there's several roles of carbon dioxide within the body, and the main one that I've focused on today is to facilitate the release of oxygen from haemoglobin in your blood. But carbon dioxide is also a smooth muscle relaxant or smooth muscle dilator. And you've got smooth muscle wrapped around your airways. So as you start to change your breathing and elevate the CO2 level, the smooth muscle relaxes and the airways open. This is how people with asthma and emphysema get relief. But you've also got smooth muscle in a lot of other places in your body, including your blood vessels. So as the carbon dioxide level increases, the smooth muscle relaxes and the blood pressure will start to decrease. So if you're on antihypertensive medications, we recommend that you get your blood pressure monitored within a week of finishing the Buteyko course, because you'll likely get a pleasant surprise. You'll find that it will be improving, which will mean that you won't need as much medication, so that needs to be readjusted. Because if you don't get it readjusted, you'll end up on too much medication. You can have side effects as a result of that. We explain all that in the course, so the answer is yes.